By many accounts, Coach, one of the most underrated home venues in all of the NFL resides in the heart of Nashville, Tennessee, and that's where we find ourselves at Nissan Stadium. This crowd here fired up for football as a moment ago their Titans were introduced. This should be a good one as the Titans get set to match up with the Kansas City Chiefs. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
Mahomes now on first down. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Check. Attack. Alpha. 54 Mike. Check.
Mahomes going to throw. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. He was looking for Watkins that time. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Now a first carry for Donnell Pumphrey. And his first carry, he loses the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
First down and 10.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Flush to his right. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. Mariota and the Titans break the huddle 1st and 10 at their own 21. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Now, that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
Derrick Henry. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
66.
On 3rd down, Mariota. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
That's fielded at the 8-yard line. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over.
Yellow, yellow. There's the line.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Corey Legion forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards. After the sack on 1st down, Mahomes, and this is caught by Watkins. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. 15, 15. Smoke. Switch, switch, switch. 15, 15.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. Oh, able to avoid him. Well, they had him bottled up, but here's a late flag, and a face mask is going to get a much better starting position. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. And now a carry here for their fullback. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Mariota from the gun on 3rd down. Forced out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Mariota had an 87-yard run as a rookie. This one a bit less, but it is a 1st down. To throw Mariota. Complete. It's Henry. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That's a 1st down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. He'll take a shot for the end zone, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
They run with Pumphrey. And an alley to run. Touchdown, Titans. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point put through by Succop, and it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're probably lucky to only be down 7-0 as they come up 1st and 10. Now here's Mahomes. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. On 2nd down, Williams.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
It's Hill, complete. And it's a big play there as he is finally taken down on what will be a terrific final act of this first quarter. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. A first update now from Cincinnati. And the Ravens have opened it up a bit, leading by a couple of scores. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Out of the pistol, here's Williams. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here.
61. That's much, right. Watch my board. Defense. Hey, 15. Check 3. Bravo. 54.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Mahomes. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Right there. 54 Mike. Coming this way. Delta. Here we go. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Eluding the pressure right. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Butker, what a pickup he's been for Kansas City the last 2 years. Remember, he was drafted by Carolina to be the eventual successor to Graham Gano. That didn't pan out. Casey got him as a free agent. He's been really good.
Yeah, Gano said, oh no, I'm keeping my job. But Butker found his home in Kansas City, a franchise record for points scored in his first 2 seasons.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. 22 yards there, a 1st down. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. 1st down, Mariota. Buying time to his left. Uncorks one for Davis. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mariota. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. We saw a lot of that a week ago defensively from him. AFC Defensive Player of the Week. Just always seems to be around the football.
I like your observation there. Understands the game, understands positioning, can put himself in the right spot, and then make a play on the football.
Again, it's Mariota. And he locates Walker, complete. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on first and goal. This is Henry. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. On second and goal, Mariota. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Emmanuel Ogbah, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
And caught by Henry. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. And he wasn't blocking or running it there. They tossed it to him.
And you remember the good old days when the 49ers were riding roughshod in the league? They used their fullback in pass plays all the time. Roger Craig, Tom Rathman, those guys were terrific at running these types of plays.
Extra point up and good by Succop. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. That's complete to Robinson. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. The Chiefs on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. Once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
From the gun on third down, Mahomes escaping the pressure right. And Robinson with a big catch. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards.
Single, slot. Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island. 15. Mike by 4. Mike by 4. Stay with your man.
Mahomes now on first down. They complete it to Hill. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards. On first down, Mahomes. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
I can't believe we let you play.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. He's got Watkins on the out route. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. 3 receivers head out right, 1 to the left on 2nd and 3. To throw, it's Mahomes. Got his man, it's Williams. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Good coverage that time by Malcolm Butler. KC last year on 4th down, 12 of 15, 3rd best in the league, and they're going again. Mahomes throwing on 4th. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Logan Ryan. He was looking for his tight end, Kelsey. Final 10 seconds of the half as they've got it 1st and 10. Well, they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Mariota now. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've reached halftime here in Nashville, the Music City, with the Titans out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. They'll try and run with their fullback, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. On 3rd and 1, here's Mariota. And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack. Emmanuel Ogbah make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Here's Brett Kern now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. That's taken on the 25. Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this is caught by Watkins. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They go play action. Now Mahomes. He's got it to Williams. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. The tally there, -2 yards. Brings up 3rd down. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Tighten down. There you go. Right there. 54. Right there. 54.
Mahomes going to go on 4th down. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Damian Williams with touchdown number 8 on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Mahomes to throw once more. Dancing to his left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now it's Henry. And an alley to run. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Play fake to Henry. Now Mariota. Flushed out right. He's going to let this go deep. That's caught inside the 20. A big play that time for the Titans. 52 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now a carry for the fullback. This is Tommy Bohannon. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Henry. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. They'll run with Henry. And Henry's hit. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Mahomes. Steps away and avoids the contact by sliding. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. On 2nd down, it's Williams. He's got a first down past the 30. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And nearly intercepted. That would have been a hat trick, his 3rd pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, hey, watch the ship. Rotate Smith. He's checking. He's checking. He's checking. Crash, crash. Hey, alert 3. Hey, yo, hey, go going, go going, go going. Yellow. 54. Mike 54. Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room. I don't need to. I don't need to. Right side.
Mahomes now to throw. Gets this one to Hill. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
All day, baby. All day, all day. Attack, attack. Box shot.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Being chased out left. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively. Brings up 4th down.
Come on. Watch what you pausing for. Alright, take the game off pause. I can't punt on pause.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. So the false start will back them up 5. So that'll back them up 5. Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And it'll be Titan football. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive.
Tell me to fucking move while you playing. I don't need that shit. Keep on moving.
They've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. It was Nick Vigil there on the stop. The Titans on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Now Mariota, flush to his right. And that is incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. This is taken at the 18. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Kevin Byard, the Middle Tennessee Blue Raider, gets the sack. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
No 4th down rules apply in the 4th quarter. Shut the fuck up. Talking.
Hey, Ridley.
Now here's Mahomes. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the... And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 36. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. A give to the fullback on the dive. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. This is where, 4th quarter, you got the lead, you give it to the big guy. Defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
Well, you say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you, and a lot of guys are wondering where they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game.
Tackle made there by Frank Clark. Mariota on 3rd and 2. He completes it to Henry. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. On the give, this is their fullback. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
56, the mark, boy, 56. Check 56.
Here's a run with a fullback, Tommy Bohanna. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
He wasn't ready.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game.
Not today.
Working out of the gun, Mariota. He's got the first down inside the 10. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. First down. So 1st and goal. 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Derrick Henry, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Extra point try now for Succop. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Watch the whip. Under team.
Off the draw. Here's Williams. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 8. Throwing now is Mahomes. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy.
That's what only happened when it's a beat.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5 exit. Mike 5-4. All day, all day. Mike 54. Mike 54.
Y'all don't need him. Y'all ain't going for the playoffs.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Throwing here, Mariota. Steps away, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Frank Clark, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
One of them, bro.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And the Chiefs D closes in on him again, and they drop him behind the line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And that will make this now a 15-point advantage. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
If your defense like that, how your record so bad?
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
That factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Kill.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. And again, it's Mahomes. He's going to let it fly.
That's pass interference, bro. He's
That's
supposed to be in the end
incomplete.
zone.
Nearly another pick. My goodness.
They stopped him at the 5 yard.
Got to be wary of throwing an interception here because the defense knows they're going to get tested deep. That's why they're going to put a couple of extra guys back there to try and prevent that.
Yeah, late in the fourth quarter here, trying to preserve the lead. He is going to find Hill here. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. Kelsey, the intended receiver there, but it's going to be 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Mike, 55.
You drafted him?
Now it's Mahomes again. His throw caught at about the 5. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Isaiah McKenzie, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score.
Yeah, he probably
Point
got
after,
speed.
right down the middle, as this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. And this one travels
that was
out
right
of
there. Why
bounds,
they be
so
bullshitting
unsuccessful there on the
on the onside
onside
kick
kick
like that? They be
try.
getting their hands on it, and they don't ever pick that bitch up. Every time I do that, every now and then they'll pick it up. They be right there at the ball, like, just scoop that shit up.
Check 56. 3.
Just be running into it and scooping it all over the place.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And I think this defense knew what was coming, as he is smothered behind the line. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out,